Thank you so much for being here. Wow, look at this lineup. I mean, we've got it all covered. We've got money, health, leadership, even how to build a community where we want to actually live in. So, no pressure, but at the end of this panel, all of our lives and questions will be answered. Okay? Right. Okay. No, jokes aside, I think each of you bring a really beautiful and interesting perspective on what it really means to lead well and live well. And what I mean by that is, okay, there are so many things here at Dragonfly. We've got our spiritual, we've got our meditation, but then we've also got real life, right? And this is where we want to make sure that we're actually integrating everything that we're taking here into our lives as well. Khun Kit ka, we are finally zooming out to more of the collective because none of us can thrive in isolation. Through Tri Vananda, you've been exploring how entire communities can be built on wellness and trust, and also on multi-generational living, which is something that we are all having to really pay attention to much more now. How does that reframe longevity for leaders?
So before I answer, I just want to say thank you, Cindy and Pam, for inviting us, and I'm so thrilled that we all get to be on the journey together. So we've actually spent quite a bit of time thinking about how communities can fit into longevity. And I'm not sure if you remember, there was a study by Harvard about health, where they spent 85 years, and their conclusion was that loneliness is actually as harmful for your health as heavy smoking. And the thing is that for thousands of years, we've known that communities can be the thing that help us to not feel lonely. So that, I think, is what, when we talk about community, and Dragonfly is a wonderful example. We're talking about community, not apps that connect, but also isolate, but communities with real sense of purpose, real connection, and a sense of history as well. So at Tri Vananda, that's what we try to do, is to facilitate community. And throughout history, Pam mentioned this about family. We've seen that communities are stronger and they have stronger backbone with families. So in fact, the more generation of family, the better, the stronger, the more inspiring, the more wisdom can be shared. At Tri Vananda, that's what we want to try to facilitate because we believe that longevity is the outcome of what you're born with, the decisions you make every day, and also the environment that you're in. So we're committed to building an environment where families can really live in a sustainable and share values about well-being. In terms of shifting the way we think about longevity, I feel that now it's more about adding life to years, more than adding years to life. Personally, regarding family, I think it's also about, will my kids still want to hang out with me when they become teenagers?
Yes, they might.
I hope so. I hope so.
They don't? Yeah, for sure. Also, in terms of generational living, it's not just for humans, but also for the environment as well. And I think you're building a regenerative community, conserving 85% of land for nature. What is the next big trend, do you think, in this community living that leaders should be paying attention to?
Sure, thank you. Have you heard of the Edelman? So Edelman, for those who may not be familiar with it, they're an agency, and on an annual basis, they measure trust globally. And in recent years, what they found is that people around the world trust businesses more than governments. But unfortunately, that the level of distrust globally is also increasing. So I think this relates a lot to what Pam has said as well, which is that, today when words are very cheap because technologies can help us draft visionary speeches in seconds, people are looking for leaders who can better match their actions with their values. And I think that's what we mean when we talk about character. For us, the way that we try to help develop leaders with character is to make sure that we embed purpose into our businesses. Some examples, when we built our first resort, Trisara, 20 years ago, it was very low density. Our restaurants, we use local ingredients, even though it's harder to transform into something magical sometimes. And with the new project, as you mentioned, we conserve 85% of the land for nature. So these things may seem ridiculous initially, but actually now they become more enduring advantages. Our restaurant have gone to win Michelin star, Michelin green stars. Our first resort, Trisara, is still ranked as one of the top resorts in Thailand. So I think that the next big trend for leaders is going to be more about characters rather than results.
Amazing. So excited to hear all these wonderful trends and insights coming out as well. All right, we have time for just one more lightning round question from all of you. In one sentence, what is something that we can change tomorrow, whether that be in wealth or health or our business or leadership or just in our communities? What would you recommend? One thing. We'll start with you.
First, so I saw the slide before we came up with the big word trust, and I wanted to focus on that, which is that what we can do, not tomorrow, but right away, is ask ourselves as leaders, are we leading with fear or are we leading with trust? Are we trying to look strong or are we trying to empower someone for the long term? And I think along the theme of Dragonfly, to live well and lead well, I think we should choose trust and we should choose empowerment.
Thank you. I did tell you we were going to get lots of answers. Passive income, random acts of kindness, and listen and be of service, and of course, trust. And that sums up our conversation so beautifully. Thank you so much. I love that we've gone through all the different dimensions. I thank you, all of you, for listening with such openness and really leaning into it, that when we nurture ourselves, we don't just touch our own lives, we touch the lives of everyone around you. Thank you once again to all of our panelists. ขอบคุณมากค่ะ